15 minutes late. Will the school bus ever come? Sandy's tired of waiting. Something must have delayed the driver. It isn't much fun when people are late. It's better when people are on time, and not just school bus drivers. Firemen pretty well have to be on time. Think what it'd be like if someone reported a fire and the men decided to wait half an hour, or not come at all. Policemen, too. They're expected to come as soon as they're called, not when they feel like it, or when the weather's right, but whenever they're needed. You can probably think of other jobs where it's important to be on time. When other people aren't on time, it causes problems for us. Sometimes, we're the ones who aren't on time. Like once when Jim got so busy watching men put up a building, he forgot about a puppet show being given at the library. By the time he arrived, the show was over. It was a good show, too. At least his friends thought so. Too bad. If only he could stop time, make it go backwards. But we can't change time. Once it's gone, it's gone. Jim wasn't happy about missing the show, but he didn't hurt anyone other than himself. Many times when we're late, we make problems for others. Like one time when Jim became so interested in a model he was making, he forgot about something else, something he was supposed to bring to the playground. Being late can cause extra problems if friends are waiting. How do you suppose Jim's friends felt? How do you suppose Jim felt? Was there anything he could say? Other times when you're late, you may make problems not only for other boys and girls, but for adults, too. One time, Jim was late for a birthday party for his friend Kirk. Kirk and the others were kept waiting for the cake, hoping Jim would come. Kirk's mother didn't know whether to go ahead or not. She didn't want Jim to lose out, but she didn't want to keep the others waiting either. She decided that they'd waited long enough and started to light the candles. Why was he late? His friends wanted to know. Sometimes we have good reasons for being late. Telling people about the reasons usually helps them feel better. They know that sometimes things happen to make us late that aren't our fault. Usually, though, there are things we can do so we won't be late. One way is to make sure we're reading clocks and watches carefully. What time is it now? 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 Another way of being on time is to get in the habit of noticing clocks and watches you may find around you. Besides knowing what time it is, it helps to have some way of reminding yourself when you have to do something, so you don't forget. Marking the calendar helps Sandy remember to bring one of her dolls to Kathy's house to play. A note beside her books reminds her to return them to the library before they're overdue. Another reason you might be late is that you can't find something you need, like a shoe, a sock, or a scarf, like a coat, a hat, or a cat. Something else that can help you be on time is to put things where you'll be able to find them when you need them. Have you ever thought that sometimes you may not be on time because you really don't want to do something? Like a time when Jim's mother called him to go to the store. Jim didn't mind going to the store, but he didn't feel like going just then. He wanted to finish his model first. His mom asked again. She reminded Jim what day it was, the day his cousin Sandy was coming for dinner. Mom wanted to have dinner ready when Sandy and her parents arrived. There was just a little over an hour to get ready. Knowing the reasons we have to do something sometimes helps us want to be on time. On the way to the store, Jim stopped again. He almost forgot about what he had to do, but he didn't dawdle for long. A lucky thing he didn't. When he arrived at the store, it was being closed. When Cousin Sandy and Aunt Margaret and Uncle Harry and Jim and his mom and dad finished dinner, Jim found out what the extra groceries had been for. How do you suppose Jim felt now about getting to the grocery store on time?